For married women, making more money than their husbands may be a good thing for the family income, but as you'll see, it may also lead to divorce. In today's economy, women are taking the reins of the American workforce and bringing home the bacon. In nearly one-third of marriages, the wife is better educated than her husband, and in 22% of couples, she's also the primary breadwinner.
And what we're really seeing is around the world, women piling into the job market. And of course, with this, we're beginning to see growing economic equality between the sexes.
But what's padding the pocketbook could be hurting marriages.
My husband was very supportive of my career. He wanted me to be successful, but he didn't want me to be more successful.
Antoinette Banks is a lawyer in New York City. When she saw her salary skyrocket, her relationship went south.
I think he had the expectation of being the primary breadwinner.
A recent study found women who make more than their husbands were 38% more likely to get a divorce.
It's a very uncomfortable relationship. It's a pulling almost.
For Laura Wellington, being a mother of 5 and owner of 3 companies left little time for her marriage.
My devotion had to be to the children, work, and all that meshed together.
It's about expectations, how the family's going to run. It's about the details of the partnership. And they can become extremely complex when people went into a marriage with certain expectations and those expectations are not fulfilled.
Expectations and income could be a bad combination for some marriages. Matt Titus is a relationship expert, and Sanyika Calloway-Boyce is known as the financial fitness coach. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
It's a huge issue, and it makes a lot of sense. But broadly, Sanyika, why does it always come down to money? Why is it such a huge issue in marriage?
Because it's very emotional. We're very connected to it. From the time that we interact with our families, with our friends, it really dictates the way so many people interact with each other. So it is a very emotional thing. It's used to show love. It's used to take away love. It's used if you get good grades. And so we do have an expectation that money equals the amount or how much we love someone.
And for so long, for so many decades, women married in large degree for financial security. And as their incomes have gotten better, I guess, Sanyika, there's less reason to stick around if it's not working out.
Well, the 2 primary reasons that we got married in the past was to procreate and to provide. And women at this point don't need those 2 things from men anymore, or as much as they used to.
So, Matt, you know this personally, right?
God, yes,
you lived through this exact scenario.
Yeah, when I got married, my wife was making 6 to 7 times as much as I was. I was just out of a divorce. I was on my attorney's couch. It was disastrous. So I looked at this situation. I said, how can I feel wanted and needed? What do I need to do? Well, what's lacking from a woman that has career success? She's financially solvent. What's lacking is maybe emotional and physical intimacy. Maybe it's just being there to listen to her problems.
How did you handle the situation? Well, what steps did you take?
I was smart about it. I looked at the situation and said, what is she lacking? What can I do? I can give her a family home, more of a family life, more of a stability factor. What can I do? There's been many dishwashers I've emptied and dogs I've walked and homes I've taken care of until my career, actually exceeded her career. Right. And, she was smart enough to see those things in me. And if a guy's smart, he'll know how to handle a woman without knowing that she's being handled. And that's how you do it.
And maybe part of the secret, Sanyika, is for the woman who's making more money to say, I may not need you as much financially, but I still need you.
Exactly. And that need is so important because we as women want to be wanted. Men need to be needed. And so when we can do that, is exactly as Matt said, there are so many things that money can't buy, but the emotional piece is huge. And to have someone to talk to at the end of the day, and to really have someone who's going to be affectionate, and to have someone who's going to hug you and embrace you, those are the things that money can't buy. And those are what women are still fundamentally looking for.
And a woman needs that. She needs emotional support. She needs someone to be there and say, hey, how was your day? What can I do? Here's a different perspective to make your career better. That's if you're a guy that's lacking, money, do that for your wife.
In most cases, Matt, do you think it's generally the guy's problem, the guy's issue?
Absolutely. Because we've been socialized to be the provider. We're the ones that take care of everything.
You have to adjust.
Yeah, and if you can't, you're the weaker sex. Right. Don't do that. Be strong.
Matt Titus, Sanyika Calloway-Boyce, thank you. Fascinating stuff.